What's going on, everyone? It's me, it's the coach, Coach Edd. I'm here with this new show, New York Liberty Courtside, with me, Coach Edd, here to talk about our New York Liberty. We're also going to be talking about women's sports, WNBA for that matter. A lot to talk about, a lot of things that's going on. Really excited about this. Appreciate everyone being here. Thank you for that. Now, if you're new, make sure you hit that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel, New York Liberty Courtside with Coach Edd, right here on YouTube. Help grow the channel, share it out, hit that notification. You'll know when I post new content. So, really appreciate again everyone being here. So, going to dive into the women's aspect, the new CBA, what's going on in reference to the CBA in the W. So a lot going on, ready to get into this. So let's go. Um, Overall, I mean, initially I was apprehensive. I was concerned that something wouldn't get done, and it would spoil the momentum growing in the women's game because anyone who knows me knows how much I love the play in the WNBA. It's really captivated me. I like the way the women play, the fundamental aspect that they bring to the game. It's a different aspect in terms of the play itself. So I really love it. Those of you out there that I know, you love it too. So we're going to continue to root hard for our respective team. Here, it's a lot more about the Liberty. So let's go. Let's talk about this new CBA. So, as I said, it's the power of women. They stood up for their rights. They said, pay us. And I can tell you this much, they definitely got paid. It starts with the revenue sharing. The league called it one of the most transformational labor agreements ever reached in major professional sports. And, when you're looking at it, it's really a big jump. Now, it's not what you see in the NBA in terms of salaries. So let's not get that mixed up. But the move, the jump is a big one. It definitely is. It's the first comprehensive revenue sharing model in women's professional sports. So the WNBA is setting a trend for all women's sports. Now, the projections of more than $1 billion in player salaries and benefits over the course of the agreement. That's another good thing. I mean, one of the things that I heard about, was reported, and I definitely like, is the benefits that you're giving former players. I believe some they're going to be getting $100,000. Ideally, we may look at that in the big scheme and say, well, compared to the other salaries, it's not much, but yes, it's something. Let's start there, and then it's just something you see that is going to help them in the long run. So, congratulations in that regard. So, next is the salary cap. They pretty much quadrupled what it has been. The projections for 2026 is it'll be about $7 million, and it will change each year based on the league and team revenue growth. Now there are projections that it could exceed $10 million by the end of the deal. So that's a good thing. The women's game is definitely increasing, and people are really appreciating it. The new players who are coming in are a lot more exciting. So, TV, fan support, it's growing. It's growing. The next thing is, of course, the salaries. The maximum salary for 2026 will be $1.4 million for a player, and it's projected to grow to more than $2.4 million by 2032. The average salary, it's expected to be about $583,000 this year and set to exceed $1 million by 2032. So there is a nice growth there over the course of the contract. Minimum salaries will range based on the years of service from $270,000 to 330 this year, and are projected to range from $340,000 to $380,000 in 3032. So the players are definitely going to be getting their share of the contract. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, of course, the rookie salaries. There it is. Sorry about that. Now, under the new deal, the existing rookie salaries, they're going to be adjusted upward. So, players are going to be able to increase. For example, Caitlin Clark, she's on a rookie deal. It's projected that she's going to make 500,000 this coming year. So that is a jump for players, because usually, I believe she was making around $100,000. So that's a big jump. That definitely is a big jump. So congratulations to them, going forward. And we're looking forward to more. Now, one of the other things that was agreed upon, it also requires teams to roster 12 players. Now, in the past, they didn't have that. It was around 10 or 11 players. But now you're going to have roster players of 12, and the team can also add 2 additional spots for developmental players. So that's good. So ultimately, that's roughly around 14 players. In the NBA, they go up to 15, with 12 rostered during the game. So you can make adjustments and make changes during the course of the season. So again, that's a big thing. So congratulations again to that, because it's been rough, sometimes when you take a look at the players. So one other thing, housing. They did address it. It'll be provided to all players in 2026, 2027, and 2028. So that's all players. And for players making 500,000 or less in 2029 and 2030. Now, new developmental players will be provided housing in each and every year. So that's that's a good thing. These ladies, there has been debate, you increase in pay, and I admit I was one of those. Well, you're going from, 60,000, 70,000 to, to triple figures. Then, I did think that, hey, it's fair to say that you can, handle your own, but through this, there is that adjustment period. So that's what's important in reference to this. So big deal, big thing in reference to this and much more. It will, there are more points to the CBA contract. It adds to what this contract will mean to the women in the league, and of course us, the fans. Good basketball, more basketball all around. So again, like I said, I'm really excited. I really appreciate what's going on here in the W with this new CBA. So make sure you guys comment, leave me your thoughts in reference to the contract, your team overall, what you've done, thought about, and went through during your research. Again, I appreciate everyone for being here. Again, hit that like, share, subscribe. It's free. I like to say, if it's free, it's for me. And with that, I'm out of here, but we'll be back later. You all be safe and have a great one. And welcome back, in a sense, WNBA